Okay, now the work that we done on the boat. This is my wire from my shoreline. I have it sitting on the side of my boat. But this one here is my waste. The one over there is my freshwater. Freshwater isn't working right now. It has a little leak in it, and the mechanic said that it's possibly my hose to my pump. And then, to be honest with you, the pump, water pump, freshwater pump, doesn't look all that great. But coming back to the waste, this one it couldn't open. I had to put a new one in there. That's a brand new one, and I had to put a new hose all the way down because it actually wasn't even hooked up to my sewer system. So that's where the hose goes, and it's hooked up to the Y, which the Y wasn't actually in here before. So I didn't have, I didn't have the Y in here. So there's my Y. And it has a handle on there that separates it from the suction hose that you when you suction your hose out to the land, and then it's hooked up right to the tank. My holding tank is right under there, and that's for the sewer system. And this one here is I'm going to shut my motor off first. So what I'm doing is actually redoing my sewer, my whole sewer system. So basically that's what I'm doing right now. Are we done already? And like I said, that hose right there was hooked up to the old motor. I had to replace the old motor, which is all seized up and rusty, and the wires were cut. I don't have them hooked up right now. I had them hooked up to my live tank wire, because my other one, I'm not too sure if it's actually functional, if it's working. So, and it's a little bit short to get from there to there now, because I had to shorten these hoses to make it come in a little bit more to fit in a proper spot. Same with this hose here. I have to cut that a little shorter and then move it in so that it'll pull in that way, and then I'll be able to get everything back into place. So the old motor was burned out. I replaced it from ProTech. Same with this Y. I got it from ProTech here in Victoria, and it's actually really handy. If I want to suck I'll vacuum all the waste out of my holding tank, all I have to do is just turn the knob, turn the handle, and then hook the vacuum up to the outside where I showed you, the waste portal or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what it's called, but anyway, this is where it comes out. And all the juice and all the lovely juice that builds up in there, this motor can take care of a little bit. It chops it up a little bit, and then the fluid goes out and goes out into the ocean. But don't do that in the harbor. It's okay out there because it's just pee and fluids and stuff from your holding tank, and that goes out into the ocean. But don't do it in the harbor because it's not good. But basically that's it. I just have to rehook it up again. I tested it, it works fine. I cleaned out my tank. I put solution in there that ProTech suggested, so it's smelling a lot better, lot better. My next project on this boat with my this is actually, it's a single engine inboard, and it has a 350 MPI, as you can read, Merc Cruiser with a alpha leg on the back, and it's a really awesome shape. I have to redo my wiring next, and hopefully after I get the batteries out and everything else, my water tank is way back there. My water tank and my pump. So I got to redo the pump and rewire that one. So there's a few things that I have to do with this boat, and it's not too bad. It's a really good boat for the ones that own. There's not very many boats out there that cover a lot of things on. Not a lot of video that don't cover a lot of issues when it comes to the Bayliner 2556. This is a Bayliner 2556 with a Flybridge. My Flybridge is up there. It's all covered up right now in the tarp. My radar. So this boat comes, it's actually a really good boat. A lot of storage. It says it sleeps 2 adults. 4 adults and 2 kids. That's where you can actually have some at the bottom where I have all my storage and fishing gear down there. Has a table. It's a little bit messy in my boat, but I'm working on it and getting it a lot better and trying to keep it as clean as I can. This is my steering wheel inside. I have a GPS. I replaced my old GPS that I bought on here. Like I said, I bought it used. A few issues that came with it, and I'm working on it. This is my sink, my kitchen, my stove. This is my head. So there. But I still got to do some work because of my seal. I think my seal is a little bit. I think it's gone at the bottom there. It leaks a little bit, and I can't have any leak in here, especially if it's going to be a waste. Okay, so but basically it. Things I'm working on right now. Just a kind of heads up on a lot of the stuff that I'm doing. I talked to a mechanic that I'm working with, not working with, but that checks out my boat. Don't do anything without talking to them. Even if it's just like bring your boat over and show them the stuff that's wrong with it and get a mechanic or even the owner to come over. Mel is actually really good at the Merc place here in Victoria, and this is his card. So ignore your cell phone, but I know that's one thing that you want. But there's his number at the bottom, and then he's actually a really good guy. He does he gives me suggestions, give me ideas, and things that I can do myself, and things that they need to do. Getting my boat pulled up in a couple of weeks. They're going to check out my leg. I have some lube oil that's coming out somewhere because it's emptying. It's low right now, but it's not too low. But and it runs really well if you take care of it. Check your fluids all the time. Check your water, your oil. Your oil's way over there on the Merc Cruiser. Check your water fluids. Check your fluids here. Check your steering fluid, power steering fluid down there. So there's a lot of stuff that are basic things that you need to take care of on your engine. But other than all this stuff here, talk to your mechanic about it. Get some understanding if you don't know nothing about your motor. I'm an outboard guy. I had Suzuki's, I had Johnson's, Evinrude's, I had Mercs, all outboard. I had one inboard when I was a little bit younger, but I don't remember a lot of stuff about it. So I went to go see them, and they said, "Can you tell me what I need to check?" So it doesn't hurt to ask. So get out there and ask, and make sure you know everything about your boat. I have a cool shoreline power system. Comes into my boat, and it charges my battery. So I got a lot of stuff here. Got a refrigerator, and right here is my power system. There's my main switch, so it shuts off everything. Then I just can put it back on, and then you have all the switches here to put everything on that you need. A lot of stuff I don't need. I need my battery charger. I need my refrigerator, and I need what else is there? So that's basically it. That's basically it on my plug-in. So that's it for this boat. I have a smart meter or whatever it's called. I forgot what Mel called it, but when you put it on, it shows everything that your battery checks, your everything else like that. So he said, I don't care about anything of these. I just care about this. It'll tell me everything I need to know about the engine. So I checked my fluids earlier, and they're all doing good. Now that's my startup. Okay, keys down here. All the navigation, all the other, your blower. Turn your blower on. If you're not going to open your thing, turn your blower on when you start your engine. Before you start your engine, have it on for a couple minutes, 5 minutes, and make sure all the fumes and stuff are out of there. This is navigation. This is for my running light, and that's for my anchor light. So I don't have it on right now. And this is my front pump. and nothing comes out of there. So, and these are my lights. So, and then all the other stuff that I need for everything. This is my live tank. I can drain it out. Like if I get water and I'm putting ice in there and it's starting to melt, and I just can drain it, and then it'll drain all the water out. I can actually have water and put water in there, bucket water there, and then have fish in there. So those are the kind of things that we have in this boat. Like I said, nobody's talking about their Bayliner 2553. Like I said, my boat's a little bit messy. I'm doing a lot of work on it right now. It has a nice table set. It has a nice couches where you can sit down on the table. This lifts up. Like I said, I'm doing a lot of work on it. I'm fixing everything that I can myself, and a lot of storage underneath here. Yeah, I can see all my life jackets and my emergency stuff down there, my spare anchor and stuff. So it kind of lets you know where we're at in here. Like I said, it has a Flybridge. It has a window to get out on the top of the deck instead of walking all the way around. You can walk all the way around, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's actually pretty narrow deck right here. So, but it has handles on the top you can grab onto. And you fall over, somebody will pick you up. I'm joking. But I've got an anchor. I got to figure out that right there. If anybody knows anything about that, if I can do it, fix it myself. It's not spinning at all. That's a button, I believe, that you push on to get it to turn. It's to lift up your anchor. I've been using the halibut anchor system, where you hook it up to the line and take off, and then the Scotch ball goes in the back and it just lifts everything up. Got the horn, got navigation lights. I'm getting my light replaced. Got the canvas on top. And I got the one for the window and one for the back. So everything on here has no leaks in it whatsoever that I know of. So that's my electrical downriggers I put on here. It's for my old boat, so they're all on here. Spare tank for my motor, which I don't have. I'm hoping to get one soon. My gas intake, and I got fins on there for stabilizing the boat. Like if it's listing a little bit, I can just push a button, it'll fix it. So those are my stabilizers in the back, or my fins, and basically that's it. This is my Bayliner Ciera. It's a 2556 model, and I don't know if Amanda Ann's actually going to be the name of the boat I'm going to stick with. The name of the boat I'm going to stick with. But basically, that's a rundown of my boat. The things that I know about it now. On top, if I didn't mention it, right underneath the steering wheel, that's where all your fuses are for everything. When I started working on my boat, I started noticing that some things weren't working, so I followed the lines and I was troubleshooting them all, and I found out that there was a little bit of corrosion on the fuses, so I started jiggling them around and everything started working. If you have a problem with your radar and you're not getting any signal, open it up. Check your wires on the inside. I had to plug it back in on the inside and everything started working. So don't be scared to open something up, check things out, to do the stuff that needs to be done. It takes a little bit of time, a little bit of effort, and you'll get everything running. I bought this about 2 months ago. I'm getting it. I spend a little bit of money on it. Fine, if you're going to be happy for a long time, spend that little bit of money to get everything fixed. I bought this as is, and I looked it over first. Went for a trial run. Changed the starter on it when I first got it. The starter wasn't engaging. I talked to Mel, and he said that they didn't grease it up enough before they actually put it on. So make sure they do that if they put a new starter in, or even phone Mel and ask him. Yeah, he's right here out of Victoria. I showed you the card earlier, but again, Redoing all the navigation lights in the back. The navigation lights work in the front. I just need ones in the back. So there again. That's my Bayliner. My light right there. That's the one I'm replacing. There's a place you can get them cheaper. Look for them. Go online. Check it out. But make sure you measure them first. Measure those lights and make sure that you have the right dimensions of them, because it's going to be hell trying to replace that with a new system, because it does have a big hole that it slides into, and if you don't have the right one, you might have to cut a bigger hole, or you might have to fix it up and make it smaller. So you might have a hard time finding another one that's cheap. Mine was over $100, so that's it. And like I said, my boat's a little bit messy. It's not going to be messy for long. I'm gonna clean it right up after I'm done working on it. The motor runs like a charm. Put the lid down. It's like really super quiet. And but basically, this is a Merc Cruiser, 350 MPI, 300 horsepower. It's a 300 horsepower Merc Cruiser. So that's it for me from Victoria. Enjoy your boating. Be safe out there. Talk to your mechanic. Make sure you know everything about your motor, and make sure you understand it a lot better than even the mechanic if you have to. But when you're out in the ocean, it's only going to be you out there. Your mechanic's not going to be fishing with you, right? So check it out. Get it all done, and take care of your boat. Have a good one.